Hi guys, and welcome to our WWE Bash at Bash in Berlin prediction video. So yes, I am back with Callum and Sab for our next prediction video. Yes, SummerSlam now has come and gone, and we're back with WWE's next show post SummerSlam, and we're heading to Berlin, Germany. Yes, WWE's first ever pay-per-view in the country of Germany. It's the third European pay-per-view this year now. A lot of European pay-per-views. Looking forward to this one. Got five matches on the card. One of my boy is holding the title on the poster. Very nice. So yeah, guys, are you looking forward to Bash? Is it in or out? I keep saying in. Bash in Berlin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm well. At least. Sorry, I didn't really know who was going to speak first. I was like,
That was
I
such
mean,
an.
I'm a little bit out of touch, as I've been saying with Raw and SmackDown over the last 2 weeks, because I have just come from being away, a lovely 10 days away, so I haven't really been keeping up with it. But at least it'll be. I'm thinking it'll be an earlier start for us. Won't it again? It'll probably be sort of what maybe 7 or 8 o'clock or something in the evening kickoff. So for us in the UK, so I'm excited for that because we've been getting quite a lot of those this year. I really struggled with SummerSlam actually. Adam can say because we watched it together, and I was like, oh, what's going on? So I'm happy it's going to be a bit earlier.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just like Callum said, it is sort of getting harder and harder to stay up for the duration of some of these. At least WrestleMania is over 2 days, but that's a bit of a slog as well because it's the same thing twice. But yeah, at least they've got these European pay-per-views now because they're finally actually caring about us, the European fans. So the timing's perfect. 8 o'clock in the evening, and then you've still got something of a night left. And that's the one good thing about the European movies. The other thing is obviously that they are kind of like, I hate to say the word B show, but they are kind of like,
Yeah.
a tech. But what WWE got really good at now is making the B shows feel big. We sort of know kind of they are quite predictable, but they kind of mask that really well with like really great crowds, like we saw in France, and obviously when they come over here. So yeah, it's going to be a great crowd, and that's just going to kind of pump up the pay-per-view to the next level. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree with Sab. It does have a bit of a house show feel, as did the Scotland and France pay-per-view, but they were still both great shows, really fun, and I'm sure the crowd will be amazing. I'm sure the German fans are going to be up for it. So yeah, let's get to it. Right then, so the first match we have, let's go with a tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Yes, we have the Unholy Union, Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, going up against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So of course that Clash at the Castle in Scotland, Fire and Dawn beat Bianca and Jade to win the tag team belts, and then not a lot's happened in the division since then. I think they've had a few defenses on SmackDowns and Raws, but now here we are on SmackDown. Nick Aldis announced that Alba Fire and Isla Dawn will defend their titles against Bianca and Jade at Bash at Berlin. That's really, really all there is to it. Yeah, the women's tag team belts have just been, yeah, I mean, they've never really been that relevant. I think apart from when Jade and Bianca had them. Um, I'll start with this one. I'm gonna say Alba Fire and Isla Dawn retain because I think this is when they're gonna start maybe pushing tension between Jade and Bianca ahead of a potential match in the future. But if they win them back, fair enough. I don't really care. But I'm gonna say Alba Fire and Isla Dawn retain in what should be a fun tag team match. Yeah, Callum.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously have the Blair Davenport factor, who's obviously helping
Oh,
out the Unholy Union, and then you've got Naomi, who's also there helping Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. So I mean, like, they'll probably be involved somewhere, and But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't pulled the trigger on Jade and Bianca. Right? I mean, I guess there isn't really a big place to do it right now because you've already gone past SummerSlam and you've gone past WrestleMania, so you kind of have to build it up to maybe the Royal Rumble or next year's WrestleMania. So maybe it's a bit too early to pull the trigger now because not you'd have to have months of build for that. Well, not almost a year, but 9 months worth of it. So it's interesting. Yeah, I'll probably say the same, and I'll probably go for Isla Dawn and Alba Fire to retain. But again, they're in a bit of a, well, like you said, the women's tag team championships are always in a bit of a shabby kind of place with booking and whatnot. But yeah, I think we'll probably start teasing some tension that'll obviously have to last for a little while going forward. Maybe it's then probably like a 6-woman tag where you bring in Blair Davenport and Naomi next time to have them and have that first, and then etc. So yeah, probably the champions to retain.
All right, Sam.
Yeah, I can't say anything different to what either of you said. Like, the women's tag division has not been particularly great for quite a while now, and it's a bit of a shame, really. You've got like someone like Jade Cargill, who's like such a beast, and then you've got Bianca, who's so good. Has just been, well, she's just been sort of under the radar the last few months, really, hasn't she? Nothing high profile, and that's unfortunate. I mean, but obviously we know how good she is, so it just feels a bit weird for her to be stuck in this kind of very mid feud. I can say that. But yeah, WWE have not really cared. The writers haven't cared about this much, so there's not much reason for us to care about it either. But at the same time, I think this would be an odd time to actually have the split between Bianca and Jade. I think maybe something happens where they get, it's not a screwy finish, but a mistake, or somebody does something that that causes Alba and Isla to win. I think maybe Jade and Bianca have a miscommunication, and it just starts a little bit of tension that we see slowly progressing. And maybe you have Naomi trying to make the peace between the two of them over the next few months, and it'll eventually explode to a big match at Mania next year. But yeah, I really would be shocked if these titles change hands. So yeah, I'm going to go with Alba Faye and Isla Dawn, same like you guys.
Okie dokie. All three of us with the champions to retain. Okay, cool. Well, let's carry on then with a mixed tag team match. Yes, we have the Terror Twins. The Terror Twins. Good God. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley.
That's what they're calling themselves.
The Terror Twins. Yeah. That is so bad. Sorry, that completely.
Great.
That caught me out. I didn't expect.
That's one of the worst tag team names I've ever heard, and I've heard some awful ones.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay, yeah.
The Terror Twins.
That is terrible. Okay, literally. Right, and then going up against the Judgment Day, yes, Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. So we all know, build up to this, yeah, when Liv beat Rhea at SummerSlam, thanks to Dominic's help, and Dominic turned on Rhea. Oh, heartbreaking. Now Damian Priest has been kicked out of the Judgment Day too, so Damian Priest and Rhea are like big baby faces now. Liv and Dominic are just disgusting hated heels. Now Finn's the leader of the Judgment Day, etc. So yeah, but I've been enjoying this feud so far. It's been fun. Like Liv's just been running away from Rhea every week. They've been teasing like a riptide on Dominic. Dominic keeps weaseling his way out of it. This should be a fun match. The crowd's going to be really hot for it, I think. Especially the boos are going to be crazy for Dominic. Come on, Germany, don't let us down. But I'm sure they're going to be very loud. But who's going to win this one? I think it's quite predictable. I'm going to say Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley get a win here, because they both got screwed at SummerSlam, and they both need a win back as the baby faces. Dom and Liv don't take anything from a loss here. So, yeah, I'm going to say Damian and Rhea Ripley win in a really fun tag team match. Yeah. Sab?
Well, I'm actually going to go a little different. I actually think Dom and Liv are going to win. Not clean, obviously. All the shenanigans. I think Finn Balor will be involved. I think all the members of the Judgment Day, the new Judgment Day, are going to get involved in this. I just think with the level of show, and I think it's nice if you kind of build more on that, this little dirty alliance that's happening with Dirty Dom and Liv, and build on that. Another little screwy finish to piss off Rhea and Damien more. And then obviously this is going to continue for a little while longer, because Damien's involved with Finn, Rhea, Liv. So it's just going to continue a little bit longer. So I think it's good for the story if they just do more horrible stuff, and they're both doing their healer stuff. I mean, like we said this at the SummerSlam recording, like, if there's any way Dom can become a bigger heel, it'll be turning on Rhea, and that's exactly what's happened. So I think you want to keep that heat and, another little screwy finish to get them away. And I think they're going to, a victory, albeit a cheating one.
Okay. Callum?
I think it's a bit of a tricky one, actually. I don't think it's predictable. Because I think obviously Rhea and Damien could do with a win because I lost at SummerSlam. Dominic and Liv could do with a win because, of course, Dominic, we always talk about justifying the turn and stuff, and so them winning would obviously be quite important as well. Obviously, Damien and Rhea are going to get some payback at some point, but is it going to come this early? Because I feel like they are going to have quite, it's going to continue for a while, this feud, because, Damien and Finn, that whole thing might end up going all the way until next year's WrestleMania or something. We don't know how, with that. So that's actually, it's a difficult one, and I'm not 100% certain, but I think I'm going to go for Rhea and Damien. I was going to say Liv there. I'll change it last second now. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, okay, Rhea and Damien.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I agree with what you both just said. There's no way the feud, it's going to carry on, obviously. I think Bad Blood's next. I think maybe we'll get Rhea and Liv rematch at Bad Blood. And or definitely Finn and Damien at Bad Blood. I think that's more of like the Bad Blood feud that's been brewing for over a year. Okay, but yeah, cool. That's what next then. Let's have a look. Okay, so yes, we have a strap match. Yes, between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. So yes, of course, this is a rematch from SummerSlam. We all knew it wouldn't be one and done at SummerSlam between Punk and Drew. And here we are, the rematch. So Drew won at SummerSlam, obviously, when Punk got distracted with the whole bracelet thing, when he had Drew beat with the GTS and all that. And Drew got his win over Punk. But it's not over, as we all knew it wouldn't be. They're still been beating each other up. Then Punk was whacking Drew with a belt. And then Adam Pearce approved a strap match for Bash at Berlin. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of strap matches. I've seen them before where they're just stuck to each other, and it's a bit awkward. It's a bit. I mean, it can be inventive, I guess, but I've seen previous strap matches, and they're just a bit awkward, I think. But anyway, Callum, you start this one. Is Drew winning again, or is Punk gonna make it 1-1 in this feud?
CM Punk has to win this one. I think you've got Bad Blood coming up, where you'll probably have the rubber match, if you like, between the two of them, where you probably get them in Hell in a Cell, maybe. It seems like a fairly good way to end such a blood feud. So obviously to go even going into that one, you have to have CM Punk win this one. So fairly simple, really. CM Punk wins.
Okay, Sab?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea that this one had. I loved the first match, but it was good that this one needed to be like a gimmick match. I agree with you kind of on the strap match idea. They're a little bit clunky and a little bit. You don't really remember great strap matches from the past. But having said that, I like Callum said, I've heard rumors that they're planning for Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. So by default, that really means that CM. I mean, in any case, CM Punk has to win.
Yeah.
Because I think has he not won a match since he's returned? I know he's only had two, the Rumble and the match against Drew, but he's lost both of them now. So I think he needs to win, and he needs to win somehow. And even if it's like slightly screwy or something the same way Drew won, that's fine. It just feels like, CM Punk has to win.
Yeah, I fully agree with you both. CM Punk's going to win to make it 1-1. And then, like you've all said, that there'll definitely be a third match, probably a Bad Blood. And if it's Hell in a Cell, that'll be amazing. Probably main event. Yeah, so yeah, 1-1, and then we have the big final and third match at the next pay-per-view. Cool. Okay, then let's continue. We have a singles match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Yes, we have Cody Rhodes defending his belt, going up against Kevin Owens. Okay, so I didn't see this. This is just for Cody's next title defense after the solo match at SummerSlam. So obviously Cody and KO have been quite close for a while now. But then the feud's been quite funny, I think, where Cody's like, I want you as my next challenger, KO, and KO's like, no, that's okay. I don't want it. I'm offering you a title match. No, I don't deserve it. I'm like, what? But then I think it got announced, and KO was like, fine, I'll wrestle you for a title. Oh, fine. And they've been teaming up, obviously, the last on just the week gone against Theory and Waller, and for a second they did tease KO turning on Cody, but he didn't do it. I've got no problems with this. I'm sure it's going to be a great match. KO can have an amazing match with absolutely anyone, but we all know who's winning here. But Sab, you start. Cody or KO?
Yeah, it's been a strange one. I think this is like another thing with like Cody's title reign. Like it's been fine, but there's been a lot of predictability to it. And sometimes that's fine, but it's just been like we sort of know he's going to win beforehand. And this is even stranger in the fact that we don't really see it where the babyface champion offers a thing, and then another babyface competitor is like, no, I'm okay. I don't deserve it. I haven't earned it. He was saying, "It's like, okay, yeah, that's not how wrestling works. People don't earn title shots anymore." So, yeah, again, Cody's winning this. That's just I don't even know what this is. Is this a part of a KO heel turn, or is it just literally he's just filling up pay-per-views until he faces Roman Reigns again, or The Rock, or whatever like that? I don't know what's happening here. So curious to see where they go from here. Like, is this going to carry on? Is this Kevin Owens finally going to turn on Cody? I don't know, but yeah, Cody's winning.
I'll go next. Yeah, obviously Cody Rhodes is retaining, but I'm sure this is going to be a great match. I think that's like you said with Cody's title reign. The feuds have been very lackluster, but his matches are always top notch. I think we're still waiting for that title feud where we're really invested in it. I think that'll come when Randy turns heel on Cody, maybe eventually at some point. Ooh. But yeah, until then, yeah, Cody's retaining. And I saw a stat. I think Callum shared it on the WWE chat, or someone else did. KO has not won a title match since 2016. I think, is it that long? Because
that will have been when he was Universal Champion. Yeah. So yeah. I think it's 10 World Championship matches in a row, including this one. I think that's coming up where KO won't have won. So can you just imagine that for a moment? I mean, when you had like 4 against Roman in his in his massive title reign, but KO could be a 5 or 6 time champion right now if he'd have won some of those matches. But never mind.
All right, well, yeah, Callum.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. You could do this as like a one and done match, or you could do it as a by the time you get to the end of the first match, Kevin Owens hasn't turned heel on him yet, but then you get like a heel turn at the end of the first match or something, just set up the second or something like that, and then Kevin Owens loses an 11th world title match. But yeah, I mean, it is predictable, but we knew Cody wouldn't just beat Roman's massive reign and then lose it in his first defense. So for a certain period of time that he's going to hold the belt, which is unfortunate because it does obviously make it predictable. But yeah, we obviously are waiting for the Randy Orton feud. We're waiting for another match with Roman potentially. Maybe we've got The Rock later at WrestleMania next year, which I think is apparently what they're aiming for at the moment. So that could be for the title if he holds it all the way there. So yeah, Cody's going to retain.
Okay, all going with Cody. Right then, so on to the final match. Yes, we have a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I've only picked this last because I think it might main event. I don't know, maybe Cody and KO will, but because Gunther's back in Europe, maybe he'll main event. But yeah, anyway. Yes, we have Gunther defending his championship going up against Randy Orton. There's a stipulation here too. If Randy wins, he'll be transferred to Raw, and if Gunther will be transferred to SmackDown. Well, that's not happening. So there's quite a bit of a feud here. Obviously, these two had a match at King of the Ring in Saudi, which Gunther won. Obviously, then beating Damian Priest at SummerSlam. So beating Randy is pretty much what got Gunther the title. So yeah, for Gunther's first title defense, he's gone up against a veteran in Randy. Got no complaints. I'm sure these two are going to put on a great match like they did in Saudi a few months back. It's gotten quite personal, hasn't it, with the promos between them two? Like Gunther's saying you're just an overrated one-trick pony, like stuff like that. And I kind of feel like in the same boat as Randy did with KO. Like he's so good, but I saw this stat: Randy has not won a singles pay-per-view match, I believe, since WrestleMania 37 when he beat the Fiend. I think that was 3.5 years ago. I can't quite believe that, but I know he was out injured for like a year. But anyway, I'm sure these two will put on a great match, but it's super predictable who's winning this. And I'll start, yeah. Gunther's obviously retaining. I mean, he's not dropping that heavyweight title, I don't think, probably till WrestleMania now. So, yeah, I'm sure him and Randy will put on a great match. But yeah, Randy's been put in this match just as a veteran, as a legend, to put Gunther over, make him look really strong. So, yeah. I'm sure there'll be lots of RKOs, lariats, and chops. But yeah, Gunther will walk out as champion. Right, quite predictable. Sab?
Yeah, agreed. Really looking forward to this. Randy's been great since he's come back, and I think this is going to be a really good physical match. But yeah, I can't see. Actually, it would be nice to see Randy win one last belt in his career, but I don't think that's going to be now. I think Gunther's obviously. I mean, Triple H loves Gunther for a start, so it's obviously going to be him, and he's amazing. Gunther's been on a tear for the last year, at least the last year and a half, and he's earned this title shot, and I think he needs to run with it a little bit. Triple H loves a long reign. So, yeah, I think he's going to hold the belt for a while. And I know he's not from Germany, but they keep acting like he is. So I'd be shocked if he loses it in his home country. Yeah, Gunther's walking out winning. It's going to be a great and physical match. Can't wait.
Callum?
Gunther isn't from Germany, but Ludwig Kaiser is from Germany.
He is, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not really sure where I'm leading with that one. I was just seeing something about the possibility of Ludwig at some point turning on Gunther, which maybe cost him the belt at some point. But it's not going to be in the. Can't imagine it's going to be in the first defense that Gunther has. Yeah. Guys, what happened to the draft? Because I thought people from SmackDown couldn't go to Raw. With Randy Orton. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see Randy, hold another title. They had a good match at King of the Ring, and it was a bit of a funny finish as well, because remember when Gunther pinned him, Randy, his shoulder wasn't to the floor, and I'm not sure if that was an intended thing or whether it was an accident. Oh, yeah. But maybe the first feud here as Gunther can prove that he can beat Randy clean, proper, without the shoulder being up in his first defense, and then maybe that kind of just from there. But yeah, Gunther is going to win, and then probably he will hold it for a while, and then probably in his retirement tour might beat Gunther for the belt at some point. I think that's something we're expecting later. But yeah, for now, Gunther will obviously keep hold of the belt.
Yeah. Okay, we're all in agreement. Quite a predictable show. I think the only match we disagreed on really was the mixed tag team match with the Judgment Day. I think everything else we agreed on pretty much, but should be a really fun show. I'm sure the German crowd will be up for it, definitely. So guys, thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure as always. Yes, we hope you all enjoy Bash in Berlin next weekend. I know early start time for us here in the UK. Obviously, European pay-per-view, so woo, get to watch it nice and early. So the next pay-per-view is Bad Blood in early October. So I'll be back with Callum and Sab in about a month's time with our Bad Blood prediction videos. Prediction video. Quick thought: the next pay-per-view, actually NXT, Joe Hendry's got a title shot.
And Adam, it's your favorite pay-per-view. No Mercy.
Yeah, come on, let's all do the Joe Hendry look together. Come on.
Oh, sorry, I did it first.
Wasn't sure what you were doing.
Do we all believe in Joe Hendry?
Who doesn't, and how can you not?
Yeah,
I do believe in Joe Hendry, but I'm not sure he's going to win the NXT title.
No, he probably isn't, but it's still a cool moment. Anyway. Right then, thank you for joining me, guys. We hope you'll enjoy Bash at Berlin, and we'll see you all soon.